Well, Cleveland Police, Ohio State Highway Patrol, and the U.S. Marshals Task Force have been working together this past week in a violent crime reduction sting.
And they caught a man they've been looking for years. 19 Data journalist Dan DeRose is here. And Dan, this is connected to folks overdosing and dying.
Yeah, we're talking about an affidavit, an indictment that came out in 2025, almost 2 years ago. 37 people were indicted after 3 people died because of a deadly combination of fentanyl. We're going to talk about that in a second. But it was the operation that was happening this week, that sting that nabbed James Williams. And they were like, hey, that's the James Williams we've been looking for in connection with that 3 overdose deaths. Those people all involved in this are going to face involuntary manslaughter charges. After they arrested him, they got a search warrant for his home. That generally happens. Look what else they found. 38 grams of cocaine, 78 grams of fentanyl, and 824 grams of PCP. Now back to that 37 indictment. It was a drug ring that was mixing fentanyl and xylazine. The problem with xylazine, first of all, it's a tranquilizer for animals used by veterinarians. Narcan does not work on xylazine. So somebody who overdoses, and that's what happened to those 3 people that overdosed on fentanyl and xylazine. Now, we've spoken with the head of the Cleveland DEA, Drug Enforcement Agency, and he says this is how bad this problem is. We spoke to him in the past. People are actually making these pills at home with pill presses.
We've had some cases here in Cleveland where we've located them. They can push out thousands of pills in a matter of hours. And getting the binding material, by the way, it's extremely cheap to get that. They can get that off the dark web, and they're basically just mixing it in their basements.
So getting a guy like James Williams off our street in that latest sting is a huge win for our community. And he is again going to face involuntary manslaughter charges for his role in that drug ring.